Mohamed, Salah and Virgil van Dijk set to stay at Liverpool. Ryan Gravenberch to Real Madrid. That is big news today. And also a little bit more on Alexander Isak and Liverpool's not so much of a pursuit in the summer, according to reports. So, Liverpool news, Liverpool latest news. Welcome to Talking Reds, guys. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that comment button, smash that subscribe button, and join us at Talking Reds for the latest news and much, much more Liverpool content. So let's start with Fabrizio Romano's exclusive on Salah and Van Dijk, despite the news earlier on given by Joyce, given by Steele, given by other journalists as well, saying that Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah are closer than ever to stay at Liverpool Football Club. This is what Romano had to come out and say last night. The agreement is done between Liverpool and Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah at any moment will be ready to sign a new contract. Drafts are already being exchanged and it could be completed very, very soon. I quote tweeted this last night because I think this is just Romano wanting to be first here. And this is not me saying it's not going to happen. Mohamed Salah and Van Dijk, for me, have signed now. I think it's pretty much done. Everything that came out yesterday, the journalists were briefed quite clear. The close journalists to the club, especially Lewis Steele and Paul Joyce, close to the club, they were briefed clearly what was going on. So they released the news. They only release the news when it's pretty much a very, very good conclusion on the end of it. So I think Salah and Van Dijk are done. But what I meant by this quote tweet is earlier on in the day, Fabrizio Romano revealed that Liverpool are just confident anything's going on. It's just the same stuff that has been coming out in previous weeks. Liverpool confident, still nothing in terms of movement going forward. Then by 10 o'clock last night, 10 past 10, he said the agreement's done. And this was after Lewis Steele and Paul Joyce revealed earlier on that they're closer than ever. Is this Romano saying, I don't think he likes not being first. I don't think he likes not being in the know. So what he'd have done then, as soon as he saw this Joyce and Steele news, he'd have rang his people saying, look, come on, I want something. I need something. I need to be first here. And then he's come out and said at 10 past 10 last night, agreement is done, despite what he said earlier on in the day. Romano's going to Romano. He wants to be the main guy. But Joyce and Steele got there first. And hopefully I can get Lewis Steele on Talking Reds once again. Brilliant journalist, and he's absolutely smashing it recently with the news that he's getting. But yeah, a little bit more is coming out now on Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk specifically. Mohamed Salah never entertained Saudi Pro League. He wanted to stay at Liverpool, said Romano. He also said about Virgil van Dijk. They also inquired about Saudi. Saudi also inquired about Virgil van Dijk. Nothing really come fruition for it. Certainly, they were always going to try. Let's be honest here. Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah were free to talk to any other club. But these two have been absolutely clear that they want to stay at Liverpool. And they have been absolutely clear, we're going to give Liverpool all our attention and focus in terms of we want to stay here. And if they don't offer us what we need, what we're wanting, what we're asking for, then fair enough, then I will speak to other clubs. But they've given Liverpool all that chance there throughout this whole saga. You've got first dibs. We care about this club. We love this club. Virgil van Dijk keeps saying it. I love this club. I love the fans. I want to be here. Salah said it. I want to be here. And fair play to them. Fair play to them. You know, they could have easily rejected everything that's been thrown at them. We don't know what ounce has been thrown at them yet. We don't know I know they were talking about 2-year contract. Not really much of a pay cut according to Paul Joyce. So let's see. Let's see what it is being thrown at them. And hopefully we can move on now. We can move on from this finally saga, even like the Trent sort of thing. I just want to know if Trent's going on or staying for just for cemented. Everyone just wants to know and just move on. We can move on from Trent. We can move on from Salah and Van Dijk. That they're staying now. We can move on from the whole situation. Just concentrate on the fucking football on the pitch. That's what everyone wants to do. But this has been in the back of our minds, worried about it, and we have to talk about it. It's as simple as that. But yeah, it's just nice for it to all come to an end, all come to fruition, and in a positive way in the end with Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah staying, certainly. But yeah, it's just, I think we're just happy just to get on with the football, if I'm honest. Now, Ryan Gravenberch. Let's get the Ryan Gravenberch news up. It is Lewis Steele again. I said he's smashing it. I said he's absolutely smashing it. Lewis Steele come out again with According to Ryan Gravenberch's long-term agent, spoke to Marca, obviously a Spanish outlet. This is what he said, Ryan Gravenberch's agent. And you know what? You know those things is just sometimes just don't say anything. Ronan Keaton said it. You say it best when you say nothing at all. Just say nothing at all here. This is exactly what Ryan Gravenberch's long-term agent has said, Jose Fortes. So, long-term agent, that means he's been for a while, so he trusts him, is what he said. When Ryan was 16, Barca called us. They wanted to sign him, but his father and I prioritised his development. He's good enough for Real Madrid. He would love to play for them, but Liverpool would ask a lot of money. I know they've had an eye on him, but now it's impossible. Fucking Real Madrid again. Real Madrid again, and this is what happens. It's just fucking annoying, isn't it? It's just annoying. It's just why say that right now? And even if it was true, which it probably is the long-term agent probably really, really close to Ryan. Even if it was true, you don't need to say it. You don't need to tell us. You don't need to publicly say anything. If you want Real Madrid in the end, they will come for you, and I'm sure you'll reach out to them at some point. But don't say it, and don't say it now. Of all the times to say it, we're in the midst of winning our 20th league title. We're 7 games away from creating history here under Arne Slot's first season as Liverpool manager. We want to concentrate what's on we've just seen what's happened with the contracts. We're fucking sick of the off-field shit. We want to concentrate on the football that's on the pitch. We're trying to enjoy a season here, a successful season. And this dickhead comes out and says this. And he's a dickhead. I'll be honest with you. Whether he's close to Ryan Gravenberch or not, you don't say this at this point. It's a dickhead move. He might be a genuinely nice person, but this is a dickhead move. This is what it is. You don't say that right now. If you feel that way, then fair enough. You don't come out and say it. It's a time to just shush and just let it ride. Gravenberch has been sensational this season, and I've loved watching him develop under Arne Slot. And I knew at some point Real Madrid will come in for likes of Gravenberch, will come in for likes of McAllister, Konate. It's typical of them to do that. They're doing it now with Trent, taking our Scouser. So they're going to come for our best players, especially, under our ownership. There's no guarantee to challenge for titles every single season. This is what I want to change. I want to challenge every single season. Not expected to win every single season, but we should be, as Liverpool Football Club, challenging for that league every single season and the big trophies every single season. Under FSG, that's not been the case. So the likes of Gravenberch, likes of McAllister, at some point might look elsewhere. This is why Trent potentially has looked elsewhere. It's just a bit different with Trent because he's a Scouser and a Liverpool fan. So it's a bit of a hard one to take, a little bit more. But you can understand like Gravenberch and McAllister at some point could end up wanting to go if we're not keeping that ambition up there. Because our players have that ambition, our manager has that ambition, and we need to keep it up there. Now it's a big opportunity now for FSG and for Edwards and everyone else to build on success this season again. They've got another chance to build on success. Can they do that? That's the question. And do they want to do that? That's a bigger question. Because we will lose the likes of Gravenberch. We will lose the likes of McAllister at some point because of that. Right now, it's all good. We're winning the league, and I want to focus on the football, but this is a worry. And I think this agent has pulled a bit of a dickhead move. He shouldn't have said what he said. It is annoying. It really is annoying. Fair enough to say what Barcelona wanted you. Fair enough. They wanted to prioritise development. Makes sense. Did really, really well to go to through Ajax and to Bayern Munich. Didn't really work out at Bayern Munich. Then obviously he came to Liverpool. It's now worked in the second season under Arne Slot. Just leave it at that. You don't need to say anything about Real Madrid wanting him or he'd love to play for them. Don't need to know that. Don't need to know that. There's sometimes you can be too truthful. And that's a major, major truth there. So let's talk about Alexander Isak. Liverpool are understood to have concluded any move for Alexander Isak this summer, as it would be fiendishly difficult with Newcastle holding all the cards and in no mood to trade. Well, we knew that was going to happen anyway. And even if Newcastle didn't get Champions League football, I don't think Liverpool pay for the money for Alexander Isak. As a Liverpool fan, you can't get excited for signings like that because it's never going to happen. We're never going to pay the money for him. Fair play to Newcastle. If they can keep on to him, if they get Champions League football, I don't see the reason why he should go. At least give a season in Champions League with Newcastle and see what they can do. See if they can progress. See if they can do what Aston Villa's doing this season, for example. Do that. And if there's room for progress, why would he want to leave Newcastle? If Newcastle have that, because in the way they ran the ownership, they've got big ambitions. They will want to go to the top. Alexander Isak could be a big part of them doing that, and if they can keep him for that length of time, they can go on and build something. They've got to build on Alexander Isak. There's no point doing a Dortmund and then getting these stars and then end up selling them on, and then where you're left with then you're not building on anything. They will keep Alexander Isak. I think Alexander Isak will be a bit like Salah and Van Dijk, where I'm giving my cards to you. If you can keep me here and build around me and show me ambition off the pitch, then I think he'll happily stay there. If I'm honest, I really do, because I think they've got potential to be. I think they've got potential to be a top 6 club of Newcastle, taking over certain Tottenham Hotspur. Certainly, another striker that has been linked to Liverpool, that is Liam Delap. We said a little bit of news on Liam Delap yesterday. The fact that it's not unlikely that Liverpool are going for him. So the Athletic has come out and said, pretty much confirmed that Liverpool and Arsenal, two of the clubs that are scouring a market for new forward, are prioritising others ahead of Liam Delap. I think Liam Delap will get a move from Ipswich. They're going down. If he has got a 30 million release clause, I think someone's going to trigger that. And I personally think it's going to be Man United. Højlund's not really doing it. I think Højlund's, it's a bit unfair really on Højlund. I think he's actually got something in him. I just think throwing him in, being number 9 at the young age that he is at Man United, and all reliance on him to score goals, I think is a bit too much, especially when like Rashford aren't doing out and Garnacho aren't doing out and like Anthony ain't doing out the other side of him. So it is a bit of a thing. I think Højlund's always needed someone to be next to, or someone to rotate with, and Liam Delap is probably perfect for that for Manchester United. Let him have him. I'm not too bothered about that one. I think there's definitely better strikers out there, but I think he is a very, very good striker. But I just think there's better strikers out there for us. Alexander Isak would have been perfect for Liverpool. It is what it is. Didn't really get too excited about that one. So Romano has also come out and said about what changes will be happening in summer. Liverpool will have many changes in the summer window. We anticipate some signings. It could be 2, 3, maybe more. It also depends on outgoings. Now, I said it yesterday. I think it's going to be 2 signings. 2 or 3s. And that, for me, is just not good enough. And I expect it also depends on outgoings. Relying on sales that way. We should go out there and be able to build on what we've got. Also, get rid of like Nunez, or if Jota's not going to be fit, Tsimikas. Get rid of these players that are not really going to continue to give us something. Other than that, I'd say we need at least 5 signings for me to be, I'd say, assured of giving everything. But if it's 2 or 3, I think it's just going to be a left back and a striker. I do. I think we'll keep Diaz. I think we'll. I don't know. It's just, I think it'd be 2. But if we get rid of Diaz, I think it'd be 3. But the fact that we're not looking at midfielder is a fucking joke, by the way. That is tight as fuck. Because Gravenberch just said himself he's an 8. I want to see Gravenberch going forward. I want to see more competition for Szoboszlai as well in that 10 position. And I'm bored of it, if I'm honest. I'm absolutely bored of it. Absolutely bored of it. I really am. It's just going to be not enough. I'm hoping. Again, I'm going to the next season thinking I want to build on on the success, but again, my expectations are not going to be up there. They should be. I should be going to next season thinking, yeah, we're challenging the league this season. We've just won it. We're challenging it this season. But under FSG, I can't have that false hope like that, because we've done it before. We've succeeded and we've dropped off massively because we didn't back Anslot enough. Jurgen Klopp enough. Now we're going to do the same time slot. This is what I've got to expect. It's pissing boring. It's absolutely boring. It's just frustrating. But yeah, not getting midfielder next season is just it's a big own goal. Massive own goal, because you see now the midfield is absolutely tired this season. Gravenberch is out of his feet. McAllister's doing all right. He's doing bits and that. Szoboszlai's off his feet. And we're going to do the same next season. And next season, Man City will improve. I think Arsenal will improve. I think everyone across Europe will improve. I think even Chelsea might improve to go towards the top. and we're happy to stand still again. That's the issue. Luckily, we are keeping Salah and Van Dijk, but it's just I don't want to see that as an excuse of not spending more. But I know it's going to be an excuse. It is what it is. I am bored of it. It's not going to change in this ownership, and they're going to get away with it again. Simple as that. So I know fans will let him get away with it. Not a nice way to end it. That Gravenberch go to Real Madrid potentially. But yeah, I am absolutely delighted about Salah and Van Dijk staying. Certainly. Let's get on to this weekend. Let's get on to a win this weekend against West Ham. Let's get back onto winning ways. And join me live at 6 o'clock later on with Hooks. Head to head is back. Hooks will be fucking delighted. Arsenal beat Real Madrid. I'm delighted with the Salah and Van Dijk news, but in terms of the Premier League, we're also going to be talking about the Premier League, myself and Hooks. Liverpool, Arsenal in the Premier League title race. Could Liverpool allow Arsenal to come back into it? That is a question I'm asking later on. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you smash that like, smash that subscribe, and get your comments in as well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, guys.